Welcome to the Best by the Worst. The best movies of all time, reviewed by the worst possible critics. If you don't believe us, keep listening to find out.
Welcome back Barrett, to the Aleks and Barrett podcast.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, you weren't expecting that, were you?
I was going to call it the Babe podcast.
The what?
The Babe. You called me Babe on the start of the last episode.
Hey, babe. By the way, I might cough a little on this podcast. It's because I've been dreadfully ill for the last week. So bear with me.
You had a regular case of man flu.
Oh, I had man flu hard. It absolutely wiped me out. Like, it's been a week and only now do I feel better, but I still have like a little bit of a cough. Crazy.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, but it was Faz that got me sick.
Oh, yeah, he's patient zero.
Yeah, he got us all sick. He got me sick.
Luke as well.
Yep.
Ruined Luke.
Yep.
This beer smells insane.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? What do we have today? What did I get us?
A Rocky Ridge beer. It is... I guess it's fuck yeah, but it's FCK.
Yeah. So I went to the grand opening. Well, I will say the grand pre-opening.
Soft opening?
Yeah, of Rocky Ridge's new venue in Burswood.
I reckon that was their plan all along.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Get near us so they can just get a shout out on the pod.
Oh, I meant for the soft opening.
Oh, yeah. So basically what happened is they were launching on the Friday. This was it's Saturday now. So they were supposed to be opening on Friday, yesterday.
Yes.
But they did a thing on Instagram where Hamish, the guy that owns Rocky Ridge, he posted, bugger it, we're opening early. And they opened Thursday night.
Yeah.
And so I was coming back from volleyball with Mandy and we went there. And I had some beers and some food and a steak sandwich from there. I don't want to talk about the steak sandwich experience because I don't want to cast negative feelings towards Rocky Ridge. But
okay,
I did go and buy this beer for us.
Let's just say their beer makes up for any other shortfall.
Yes. It's a pineapple, guava, and orange hazy IPA.
All right, let's give it a taste.
I want to give it another smell before I do. Hang on.
Let's give it a little.
Okay, yep.
That is confusing.
It is, isn't it? But it's quite nice.
I'm not sold.
I'm not blown away, but I don't think that's bad at all. I'm definitely getting like the pineapple and orange.
Yeah, the flavors
are there. I quite like that, yeah.
It does what it says on the can, just maybe that combination of things is not the most delicious to me.
But it's nice. It's just not the best thing I've ever had, but I actually quite like that. It's definitely what it says it is.
Yeah.
And you know what? It says 7.5%. That does not taste like 7.5%.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Yeah, I don't mind that. You know what it could be, though? It could be a little colder. Your beer fridge is not designed for beers. I'm sorry, Barrett.
Yeah, no, it's on the to-do list.
Yeah, instead of buying $12,000 worth of Wi-Fi dongles, maybe you could buy a new fridge.
All right, let's not bring that up. You've already got me in trouble once today.
just for people that don't know, I came over to obviously watch the movie and do the podcast with Barrett, and straight away on the kitchen bench, I see these three Wi-Fi mesh, what do you call them?
Nodes.
Not dongles, nodes, sitting there because he's basically done like a full Wi-Fi mesh thing throughout his house now. And I'm like, Barrett, how much was this? Because I was looking at the stuff recently and I know how much this stuff costs. This was not cheap. And then he goes into full panic mode because Brooke was nearby, his wife, and he goes, it was $80. $80! I said, ours not $80, mate. And anyway, his story unraveled quickly, and Brooke quickly determined that he spent $1,000 on these things.
Yeah. She's a little bit smarter than I thought, and then just immediately looked at the side of the box and then Googled the model number.
Yeah, and weirdly was more irritated by the fact that he hadn't used some kind of like discount or, deal thing rather than the money that was spent in the first place.
Yes, yeah. Anyways, I have amazing Wi-Fi now.
Yeah, look, I am fully supportive of it. Yeah. I actually think it's a great idea. If I had the Ethernet port to the wall, I would have done the same thing.
Perfect.
So yeah, that's us. And we've actually probably talked more about the plot of our day than we have of the movie, and that's because there was more that happened in our day than the movie.
Yeah, this was painful. We watched the 1958 Best Picture. Don't know how it won. Gigi.
Yeah, Gigi. It was a slow year.
It had a budget of $3.3 million. which is $38 million today.
Probably just went in the costumes, really, didn't it?
Yeah, seemed like a lot of money for what happened.
Yeah.
Leslie is the main actress, and she is still alive, as she was when we watched An American in Paris.
We've seen her before.
Yeah.
She's that girl.
Yep.
And there was another character, Gaston, who was played by some guy named Lewis.
Yep.
And there was someone else. They're the main two. No, then there was her grandma and her auntie as well, really rounds off the main characters. That was basically the only characters that are in there.
Yeah. I did look up the other movies that were runner-up, but Cat on a Hot Tin Roof was probably the only one that I've maybe heard of, but none of them are worth mentioning, and half of them I can't pronounce, so I'm not even going to embarrass myself.
If you're picking up what we're putting down here, viewers, it's not going to be a long episode. Movie was, not great, and plot-wise,
plot,
we could summarize very quickly. Why don't you give it a shot, Barrett?
romantic comedy. Done.
Yes.
It is the plot of every romantic comedy that has existed for the last 50 years.
Yeah, it's a rom-com. With maybe some differences there, which we'll talk about, which I didn't fully understand, but we'll talk about that. But before I do, I'll just get into our facts. Facts of the year, boy.
They're going to be more exciting than the movie.
I think so. There's some pretty good ones here. I think you'll like this. Yeah. Okay. So in this year, Lego patents the design of the interlocking leg bricks, which is still compatible today.
I swear we've already had that fact.
Oh, have I picked the wrong year?
I swear.
Really?
I swear you've told me that fact. Like,
Well, it said it was this year.
what they do? They put a patent on it.
They patented the design.
Oh, maybe they designed it in the
Okay, the patent's in place now.
Yeah.
Also, I felt like I talked about this one before, which is really weird that you said it about the other one, because I didn't think about that fact, but this one I did.
Yeah.
So, the first pre-cooked instant noodles are released. Did I talk about that before?
Not that I know of. Maybe it's because Brooke just had 2-minute noodles.
Maybe. So, they were called chicken ramen, not like chicken, like chinkin. The Japanese, like Chiken word. Anyway. But yeah, I saw a picture of them and everything. They look quite cool.
Just some regular racist noodles.
They were the first pre-cooked noodles. Yeah, a chimkin noodle.
Right. What other facts do you have?
So Elvis joins the army. He was there for 2 years.
Did not know that.
Yeah, I thought you would be interested.
I mean, he joined it in an exciting time. It was about precisely the only time that nothing was happening, right?
No, I'm pretty sure the Korean War was happening.
Is it?
Or about to? I'll check that. I'll fact check that.
Okay.
Could be wrong. Anyway. Also, the Munich airplane crash that killed 8 Manchester United players happened in this year.
What?
Yeah. A bunch of their players died. It was quite sad. 3 of their coaching staff too. I think 21 people died in total, but it was obviously notable because 8 Manchester United players died on the way back from like a big European game.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good. Also, the Smurfs debut on TV by Belgian cartoonist Peyo.
Right, the Smurfs.
The Smurfs, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, thought you'd like that. And Aussie fact, Aquila Shoes founded by Tony Longo.
Never heard of them.
Aquila?
Yeah.
Aquila? You've never seen like it online or the shops?
Nope.
Right.
Aquila.
Aquila, yeah. I think it's pronounced Aquila or Killa or whatever the fuck it's pronounced.
It's not a Kubra.
No, Aquila. You've seen them here.
He's Googling to help me understand.
And he'd like,
I really frustrated him today because we were sitting there before we watched the movie and we were flicking ahead to what's coming up. No. He just showed me the website. I've never seen it before. But we were talking about the movies that are coming up, and between now and 1990, I've seen... Actually, maybe 1995. I've seen 3 films, and it was like The Sound of Music. What else had I seen?
You'd seen Sound of Music, and you'd seen The Emperor, or whatever it was, maybe, potentially.
The one after that.
Can't remember.
Anyways, it was like...
Bugger all.
It's like 2 or 3 small films, and he's like, wait, you haven't seen this? You haven't seen this?
We're talking like about movies like The Silence of the Lambs. Hasn't seen it. Like, Who hasn't seen The Silence of the Lambs?
Me.
Baron, you have a
Schindler's
podcast
List?
about movies. Schindler's List?
You know what else I need to get around to watching? Trainspotting.
No, it's the last movie you need to see compared to these other ones.
Oh.
Anyway, okay. So those are my facts.
They were good.
Yeah.
Better than the movie.
Yeah. I do want to start off with introducing the movie, the opening scenes, and some things that cause some immediate confusion.
Can I put some 2 facts in?
Sure can. Go ahead, boy.
My first 2 facts are the day after this movie won, it was produced by MGM. The telephone operators were told to answer the MGM phones as "Hello, MGGM."
Yep. Wow.
It was also based on a 1944 novel.
Right. Okay. So the movie opens. It's set in 1900s Paris. I think
Yes.
1900 being the year.
Yes.
Paris, and they're basically in this open area with all these, Paris things going on. Looks quite nice anyway. There's this old guy, and he just starts off by breaking the fourth wall. It's kind of like narrating, but is talking to us as the viewers.
Yes.
And okay, that's weird. Sort of the first fourth wall break that I can think of. And then he starts singing a song. And the song caused some immediate confusion and concern for Barrett and I.
Yes.
And then I thought, I'm not going to just describe the song and what it was sort of saying. I'm just going to sing the song. But not sing it, I'm just going to read the lyrics.
Oh, you have the lyrics.
I had the lyrics because it's the only way I could really articulate what we heard. And this is word for word.
Go for it.
Okay? Each time I see a little girl of 5 or 6 or 7, I can't resist the joyous urge to smile and say, thank heaven for little girls get bigger every day. Thank heaven for little girls. They grow up in the most delightful way. Those little eyes, so helpless and appealing, one day will flash and send you crashing through the ceiling. Thank heaven for little girls. Thank heaven for them all. No matter where, no matter who, without them, what would little boys do?
I can't wait to cut that section out and say that it's your thoughts and just ruin you on the internet.
Is that how I get cancelled?
This is how you get cancelled. Me framing you. It was weird. In the lead up to him singing that song, he talked, when he was talking to the camera, he was talking about how he loves to collect things, but not things, young women.
Yeah, and there was like little girls running around and stuff. It was weird, especially given the plot of the movie, which was a little bit hard to understand. But basically, I had to look it up to kind of clarify for myself the actual plot of the movie. And basically, this girl, Gigi, is like a young girl.
Yeah.
Don't know how old she's supposed to be in the movie, but clearly young. She's sent to her aunt, Alicia, or Elisa, or whatever the hell her name is, to be groomed as a courtesan, which is basically a kept mistress of a wealthy man. And so if you take that and connect that song, what was happening in the opening scene, not great.
Maybe we should be talking about a cat on a hot tin roof.
So I think the movie hasn't aged well if you just take what we've just said.
Yeah.
But it's weird because as much as all that's very weird and then you think it's almost like a Pretty Woman from 1958.
Yeah.
It doesn't really play out that way though, does it?
No, the start of the movie does not attach.
No.
So that guy, his name is Honray, I think is how.
Honray, yeah.
Honray.
Yeah.
And he is weird throughout the film.
Yes.
It's like he is on a completely different plot as a sex predator.
Yes. Yes.
And the rest of the movie is just portraying is like a world around him.
And the only kind of back information we get from him is that eventually find out he was in a relationship with Gigi's grandma.
Yes.
And he cheated on her, and hence they're not together anymore. But he's so blasé about the whole thing. It's like, he's like, I did nothing wrong. I just slept with one other person, and she's just having like an overreaction to it. And then every time you see him again, it's just, he's making these really weird comments. He's clearly some sort of sex pest. And he's really promoting the idea of just hunting down young women and using them for a couple of weeks or a month most and then getting rid of them. And it's not me saying that. Like, that's actually what he's saying throughout the movie.
Yeah.
So that was his role in it. But I guess he's also like trying to be... He's also this bad influence, I guess, on the main character, Gaston.
Yes.
Who is this rich, famous French guy.
Yep.
Very rich, very famous, and clearly has a bit of history of, having these short-term relationships with girls, and, they kind of get in the papers and they disappear and, you know, all that sort of stuff. So, so then I think, okay, maybe, I remember trying to connect the dots even as we're sitting here, just watch the movie, that maybe he was like a bit of a bad influence. I don't know.
I don't know. Should we start with the plot?
Go through it, boy.
I don't know how quickly I'm going to summarize this because not much happened. I've got a lot of notes because
Just hit it.
typically don't know where the movie's going, so I take a lot of notes in case like things are important, and a lot of it turned out to be not important, so I'm going to skip over some things. So the opening scenes, obviously that whole weird thing with little girls, and then it cuts to Gigi, who's in a park playing with her friends.
Yeah.
And he says, like, this little girl. Weird. Anyways, she comes home. She's late because she has to go to her grandmother's house. Well, no, it's her other... Yeah, it is her
Auntie's.
grandmother, or auntie. Her auntie's house.
That's the Alicia girl. I was saying that she's going there.
Yeah. And she goes there to get lessons on how to be a proper woman.
How to be a courtesan. Yeah.
It was nice in the way that I put it. Still weird.
Yeah.
We also see some scenes of a rich businessman. He turns out to be Gaston.
Yeah.
And basically that scene plays out. So she goes off to see her aunt and Gaston is around. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a musical, we should probably mention.
Yes.
There's lots of singing going on. Basically, Gigi's finished with her aunt and she runs off singing through the park.
Yeah, and she's been getting training on, like, how to do things properly, how to sort cigars out for men, and being trained to be a mistress, right? Yeah.
Anyways, Gaston sees her in a park, okay?
Yep.
And he picks her up in his horse and cart, and he takes her to a ice skating rink.
Yeah, but it's not, like, super strange either. That he actually is a friend of the family.
Yes.
And so he's known the family and Gigi for forever and a day, probably when she was actually a very little girl.
Yes.
We won't talk about that too much, but known to the family.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd also like to point out they've just summarized about 30 minutes of the movie.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be a short episode.
Yes.
So when we're at the ice skating rink, we essentially find out that what's his name? Gaston has a partner. She's getting ice skating lessons.
Yes.
From this guy.
Yeah.
And, Gigi, she goes home. He's there with his partner. And we then cut to another scene and we find out that he's had a private investigator on her. And essentially he's found out that she's cheating on him with her ice skating coach.
Yeah.
Yep. So
now he's single again.
Yeah. Well, they go to catch them out and they pay 1,000 francs for him to disappear. Okay?
Yeah, they just pay for him to hop on a train and go away.
Yeah.
But he's still breaking up with the girl, so it's like, what was the point then?
Yeah.
But anyway.
So he's broken up with the girl
Yep.
that's cheating on him. Mm-hmm. He's paid the person that she's cheating on him with to go away. She gets heartbroken, kills herself.
Well, yes and no. So let me just talk about that for a second. So they're talking about this in the papers because, again, he's famous. All this stuff happens quite publicly. And they're saying, oh, she's committed suicide. But then they're saying it was her second suicide. So I think she's had several attempts. I don't actually know if she's dead, but she definitely has at least publicly had an attempted suicide.
Yes.
Again. And which is grim enough. But then this old guy steps in again. And when he's talking to Gaston, he's like, oh, well done, chap. Your first suicide. Again, just creepy vibes all around. Yeah.
Anyways, so he's single. And then we have what seems to be a long montage of him dating other girls
Yes.
and having all of these parties and trying to find a girl,
yeah.
essentially.
Well, he's got no problem finding girls. I think he's looking for something more.
Yes. And that's
I don't think he quite even knows that.
that's the normal part of the movie.
Yes.
But we've got to remind you that this...
He's the Richard Gere in this situation.
We've got to
basically, right?
remind you that this Honray guy
Yeah.
is constantly like, oh, you've got to get another girl. You've got to have all the girls. Like, he's on this weird sex predator thing, and Gaston he's looking for more, but doesn't really know it.
You know what? Kind of, as we talk about it now, and having just watched it, it really kind of just is the plot of Pretty Woman, just less egregious, really. I mean, you've seen Pretty Woman, right?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so you actually know the reference. But is this not just
This
like
is the one with Samuel L. Jackson, right?
I'm going to kill you. This is like an older school version of that, right? So basically, Gaston is Richard Gere,
Yeah.
right? And Gigi is Julia Roberts, but not really, because she's not actually a working girl, as far as we can tell.
Yeah.
But, like a fancy courtesan, if you want to call it. And
She's definitely not a working girl. She's a young girl. She's portrayed as a child.
Yeah, but she's being trained to be some sort of mistress, right?
Yeah.
And then, basically he realizes he wants something more and finds it in an unexpected place. It's the same plot. This is just Pretty Woman.
Are you going to Google if Pretty Woman copied Gigi?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, go on. Jump on Google.
I'm just going to jump before we get to the conclusion. If you want to watch a better movie that isn't Gigi, but very similar, go watch Pretty Woman.
Yeah, that is a good film.
Yeah.
Has some cool cars in it. What he borrows his...
Please tell me a little bit more about what you're referring to.
Well, Google's just jumped into the conversation there.
Thanks, Google.
Yeah, thanks, Google. All right. Should we keep going with the plot?
You keep going.
All right. Gaston, he goes to visit the grandma, Gigi's grandma.
He's been in and out a few times.
Yeah. He says that he's going away for the weekend. He ends up staying for dinner, and he agrees to play cards with Gigi because she really wants to. He's been a family friend for a long time.
They play cards all the time. Yeah.
They're going to play cards together. She says if he loses, he has to take her where he's going away for the weekend.
Yeah.
Which is to the beach. Okay. He loses. I think she cheats.
She does, yeah.
Yeah.
It comes out later that she's been cheating the whole time. Yeah.
But he loses, and ultimately they end up going to the beach together. Oh, I'm missing my notes.
Oh no.
Anyways,
Oh, no.
let's read some of them. All right. It was the same producer as An American in Paris as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
And you'll love this. They cut 20 minutes off the film. So when they finished putting it together,
Thank God.
they decided the movie was 20 minutes too long. The producers, the owners of the film, MGM, didn't agree, and they wanted to release the whole thing. So the songwriters ended up buying 10% of the film to have a stake in it, so then they would let them cut 20 minutes from the film.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So yeah, they all banded together and bought 10% of the film for, I think it was $300,000. And yeah, they cut it, and it was a masterpiece, apparently,
Well, according to them,
according to them.
It was the 20 minutes that wasn't safe to play on air, based on how the rest of this movie played out.
All right. They're all at the beach. They're having a great time together. They're riding donkeys. The poor donkey. There was a horrible donkey scene.
Can't ride donkeys.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Gaston was not a small man.
Gaston.
Gaston was not a small man.
No.
And there was not a very big donkey. So.
No.
Basically, they have a great, fantastic weekend together. Gaston goes away somewhere, and basically the aunt and the grandma basically can see something's going to happen, and they set out to train Gigi on how to be a proper
A courtesan. Yeah. And they're basically then talking about making this happen, but it gets weird. So then basically, look, it's not missing too much plot here. Let's just cut to the chase. Basically, Gaston kind of picks up on this and sees Gigi in a different light, like, oh, I'm actually attracted to this girl, right?
Yeah.
And then goes back to the grandma and says, I want to be in this is the part that got me confused. So he talks to her about, wanting to be in some kind of thing with Gigi. Thing is the best word I can use right now.
Yes.
And then
Keep in mind, this is the girl he's known since she was.
it's kind of
small
like
child.
it's kind of like the Pretty Woman situation where it's a proposal where it's, we're together, we have sex, and you'll be taken care of. You'll have, money and be put in a nice house and all the rest of it. Everything without saying that they're in a relationship. So very much like this courtesan mistress situation. So
yeah.
he's basically proposing, I want Gigi to be in this mistress position and I'll look after her.
Yeah.
And then, the aunt and grandma are talking about how to write this up and get the lawyers talking to each other to make it more ironclad.
Yep.
And so it's just odd because, he's like realized now that he likes her and she's this young girl that is known forever since she was, a kid, basically.
Yep.
And it's not, I'm interested in being in a relationship with her. It's, I want her to be one of my new mistresses.
Yes.
Basically, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's it, yeah?
Yeah.
And so the grandma and auntie are like, we've got to make sure this is a sweet deal. And then they talk to Gigi about the whole thing, and she's reluctant for some obvious reasons,
Because
clearly.
they're trying to sell her.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
talks about a contract.
Well, it's basically, like I said, it's the Pretty Woman situation, but at least in that, like,
She's
Julia
her own-
Roberts is already a prostitute, so the deal is better for her. Whereas in Gigi is just like a normal girl who's getting trained to be some kind of courtesan and, actually likes Gaston. But now it's like, instead of being in a relationship with you, I'm going to downgrade you into this mistress position. That's the key difference between the two movies.
Yeah. Anyways, so the grandma sort of realizes what he wants from Gigi and then says, no, not happening, and shuts it down. All right. We cut to a 20-minute song
Sure.
because he's Gaston is not happy.
Gaston.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it wrong every time. He's not happy that the grandma essentially has said no.
Gaston doesn't like it. Fucking Gaston.
Then Gaston and Gigi talk, and she knows what she's getting into because she's been so heavily trained at this point to how to sit, how to act, how to drink, all of these different things that she doesn't want this life for herself. She doesn't want to be this person. She's happy with her free life. So essentially, he gets shot down.
He does?
And he's furious about it.
Yeah. He's never been turned down before.
Yeah. So who's he going to talk it out with? Honore.
Yeah, old boy.
Yeah. And does he have some good advice?
Yeah. Basically just says, don't worry about it, basically. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about
You'll
it.
forget it by the next day.
Yeah. Find another one of these
Yeah.
young girls that are available. All right? They're growing up every day.
Yeah. So anyway, he realizes that Andre, or whatever the fuck his name is a bad influence, goes and talks to her about it. They have this big, long chat about it, that, she doesn't want to be this mistress thing that, he's proposing.
Yeah.
And I can't remember exactly what was said, but basically they come to some kind of agreement where, like, I want you more than that. Like,
Yes.
some sort of relationship rather than this, whatever the hell this was.
Yeah.
And so then they agree to that. She dresses up and they go to some party.
I thought they were going to a wedding by the gown that she was wearing.
Yeah, they went to something, right? Something.
It was
some
a party.
fancy
It was a
thing,
party,
right?
yeah.
You can go in there and you can see this is their first time in public. All these other people are staring at them because they all know who Gaston is.
Yeah, everyone stops as soon as they walk in the room together.
But they're actually having a really nice night. Everything's all sweet. And then something happens that upsets Gaston.
Well, it's Honore again.
It's fucking Honore again. Yeah.
Right.
So she goes off to go and grab something or go to the loo or something, and he sits down with Gaston and again just starts talking in his ear about, I guess you changed their mind.
Yeah.
She might last a good month. She looks like she'd last a month.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Like he's really painting her as just the next stepping stone to his next girl, and he thinks more of her at this point.
Yeah, Gaston's now really liking her as a result from this night, the way that it's going so far. And he's pissed off at Honore.
Yeah.
And basically says goodbye, grabs her by the hand, and they leave the whole party. She's pissed, like she thinks she's done something wrong.
Yeah.
And they go back to the grandma's house.
Yeah, so she goes back in tears. Basically, he drops her at the house because she's crying, and then he goes for a small walk, considers his life, and we have about 5 minutes of the film left at this point when he's
3 minutes 50.
or 3 minutes 50 when she is dropped at the house crying and he goes off to think about his thoughts. And then it's a small scene of him considering his entire life, comes back and asks her hand in marriage.
Yeah. So basically what had happened was like he realized she means a lot more to him than just one of the girls, right? And so leaves because he realizes that doesn't want her to be perceived that way in public. Goes back, wants to ask the grandma for her hand in marriage.
Yeah.
She said yes. Gigi says yes. End of movie. Boom.
Done.
Done. That's the movie.
We just did a 2-hour movie in about 10 minutes.
That's all that happened.
That's all that needs to be talked about.
Honestly, what needs to be talked about more is all the creepiness around the movie.
No.
But I think we've hit the nail on the head. It's basically like a more shit version of Pretty Woman.
Now, I don't entirely understand this next fact. I don't understand the reasoning.
Okay.
But I understand the fact.
Okay.
And you're going to like the fact.
Okay.
So I know we intended to watch this on Thursday night like we normally do.
Yeah.
And then our friend was up and we decided that we would go to the pub over watching a 2-hour musical that we weren't really interested in.
Yeah, I would say it was a hard choice, but it wasn't.
Yeah. Anyways. All right. This is one of the first movies to really challenge the Hays Code. Okay. Which ultimately led to its toppling.
Thank God. This movie served a purpose.
Yeah. Now, I understand the fact. Okay. And obviously, I do the research of the facts before the film. So I was waiting for something to be in the movie, like a swear word, some nudity.
Yeah. I saw no butts.
Pedophilia? Was that the... Maybe the code should have been in place for that.
Yeah. If anything, it should have been like increased.
Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get how this movie challenged it, but it did. Okay. The Hays Code, Alex, this is the start of its end.
Thank God.
All right. And we agreed, remember, on episode 1 or 2, that we were going to talk about every piece of nudity that we came across.
I'm committed to it.
And we've seen...
We made that commitment.
We haven't forgot about it.
We have made that commitment, and we will honour that commitment.
Yeah.
But we have been 30 movies in, and there's been nothing.
Yeah. All right. We're 32 minutes into this podcast, and I feel like we're 30 minutes too long into this podcast.
But look, that's the movie, Barrett. All in all, from my perspective, I thought it was not a great movie. Worst version of Pretty Woman. Had some redeeming qualities, I guess. Certainly not the worst movie we ever watched, but would not recommend. Pile of poo. Barrett, what are your thoughts?
The same. It was... Okay, it's going to get some points because it was watchable.
It was watchable.
It wasn't painful to watch. Like, I'm thinking back of, like, some of the movies we watched in, like, the early 30s, and it was, like, 2 hours of agony.
This wasn't agony.
We didn't even watch the Hamlet movie. Like,
Yeah.
we watched 10 minutes of that and couldn't get through it. It was so bad. But this was watchable, right? So it's going to get some points. It has to sit above those movies.
I agree.
Why don't you go with your rating first?
I gave it a star.
1 star.
1 star.
I gave it 2.
Fair enough.
Okay, it's down there.
I would have given it 1.5 stars before all the weird pedophilic undertones. I felt like I had to deduct it 0.5 star. We'll call it a product of its time.
Yeah. We've seen plenty of products of their time.
Yeah,
right.
you expect, like, as we go through the years, that stuff will decrease, and some things do, but then some things rapidly increase, like this song.
Yeah. All right. What about the beer? What did you think
Oh,
of
the beer. Okay, so Rocky Ridge, fuck yeah, pineapple, guava, and orange hazy IPA, 7.5%.
Does what it says on the can.
Yep, I actually quite enjoy it. It hasn't, blown me away, but I've liked it. I would happily drink it. I would say part of me wants to give it a 7.5 out of 10 because it's 7.5%. Slightly too high for me. I would give it a 7.
Oh, really? It's a 5 out of 10 for me.
Wow.
Yep. It's just a beer.
Jeez. I just watched you drink an Emu Export. So that's saying something.
Well, an Emu Export is the baseline of this scale. Do you
Does
remember
that
that?
make it a 0?
So the export is 0.
Yeah.
And then like a absolutely insane 1 drop is the 10. And they've got to fit on that scale somewhere. That's the scale in my head. I thought that's what we sort of talked about. Like, and export doesn't have to be the 0. It could be a Great Northern. It could be a Carlton Dry. It could be just a beer.
Okay.
Have I changed this whole scale for you?
A little bit. I would say that, look, a Great Northern is a 0 for me, right? Mm-hmm. And an Emu would be like a 2.
Yeah, okay.
So, based on that, is this only 3 points higher than an Emu? I think that's harsh.
Wow. Yeah, when you put it like that, you're right.
That's okay. But okay, 5 and a 7.
Yeah. All right, well, that's 35 minutes, and I think we should stop waffling.
I think so. Look, another week down. We're almost out of the 50s.
Yeah.
Getting very close. And, as always, thanks, Barrett.